What's up, y'all? Today I train with Bryce and we're training two different things.
So today we're at Barbell Brigade and trained with Kwan. Got in some deload type work. Last week I worked up to some 3-rep maxes, so this week is kind of a little bit of interim period before the next training phase. So
Bryce is the founder of The Strength Athlete, so it's a online and in-person coaching system. He is a very strong, nationally ranked USAPL powerlifter. USAPL means natty. To my knowledge, I know he can squat 6, if not more, 600 pounds, and he could bench, I think, around 450, and he could deadlift probably mid-7s. So that puts him right around, I think, 1,800 or 1,700, around there. Doesn't really matter. Once it's past 1,500, you're just strong as shit. There's nothing else you have to prove, but there's dicks like Bryce Lewis out there that have to prove to the world that I am 100 or 200 pounds stronger than you still. In my case, it's probably like 500 pounds stronger.
Today, we worked up to some easy squats, 5 sets of 3 at a very low RPE. I did some split jerk practices and then did some split jerks. I played around with some walking handstands. I did some barbell complexes with 95 pounds. Just did a little bit of restorative work. I got in some light dumbbell flies and some hyperextensions and then some mobility afterwards. So deloads can serve lots of different purposes. They can serve as a physical reduction in training volume to facilitate recovery and prepare yourself for the next training phase. They can also serve as a little bit of a mental break as well, especially after the rigors of a competitive phase where you're working on the competition lifts in quite a lot of detail. It can serve as a little bit of a chance to get in some exercise variation, test out some new and different things, and get a little bit of a mental refresher.
He's on a deload, but for me today is my high bar, beltless, volume squats. And I did it for a 3x8, and then I did competition deadlift with a belt, because that's how you compete, with a belt. But you don't compete with straps. But Gio did sprain my thumb, so I have to use straps in the meantime just because my thumb hurts. And then I finished off with some reverse hyper and ab roller accessories. On my high bar beltless squat days, I don't really focus on adding a lot of weight. I focus on staying tight, building my mid-back strength and being able to hit good depth and then coming out of the hole explosively. So I just kept it at 315. And it felt really good, actually. This is my second week doing 315 for 2 sets, and it's feeling really good. So I think next week I'll probably bump it up for 315 for 3 sets. Deadlifts, because I've been gaining fat, I've been bulking on purpose. It's a very controlled fatness. I'm not just eating Oreos for fun. It's been accumulating a lot of meat here, so it's been throwing my leverages off. My hips are a little bit higher than I'm used to, but good thing Bryce was there. And under the expert eye, he was able to tell me that I've been yanking on the bar. And so he was teaching me how to brace better, how to pull the slack out. And he was explaining to me that, in his opinion, deadlifts isn't about moving as fast as you can, like the way you would for a Olympic lift, but more so moving it, making your body lift the weight in the easiest way possible. And the easiest way is if everything is already tight, then if you initiate force, then all of your force production is generated into lifting the barbell up. So I was practicing those principles, and my 495 actually felt pretty good. Usually I do yank it a little bit and I can feel me pull the weight and then kind of hit a little wall and then blast through it, but this time I was able to just generate force and then the weight just came up. So that felt really good.
So I got into bodybuilding first after stumbling on the bodybuilding.com forums and trying to find ways of making myself stronger for volleyball. I played volleyball in college, and I came across a group of people that were really interested in natural bodybuilding. I ended up getting infatuated with that. I did natural bodybuilding for 2-3 years or so, and got together with Eric Helms and 3D Muscle Journey, who still coaches me to this day. And we decided to do a powerlifting competition just as a way to get a little bit of a break in between bodybuilding shows, and I ended up loving it, falling in love with it, and pursuing it for quite a long time, and that's how I found it.
So long time ago, I think back in 2009, or was it 2010? Or was it 2000? Just a few years ago, when I was searching the interwebs. Oh no, it has to be 2012 or 2013. When I was first getting into powerlifting, there was very limited knowledge and information about powerlifting online, because people are usually like in a basement somewhere, in a dungeon somewhere, blasting metal with chains and going ham. And I came across Bryce's videos, and his shit was extremely informative, and he broke down powerlifting in a way that it was easy for a lot of people to understand. But what really attracted me to him is, like what I want to be, he is a former athlete, so he played volleyball at a high level, he coaches volleyball, so being explosive, being athletic is also one of his priorities. So to see someone with that type of background and then take powerlifting and using that to make him a better athlete, that was something that I was like, oh shit, that's what I want to do. Because I don't want to just be able to deadlift a lot or just squat a lot, because that's not really applicable in real life. But if you can squat a lot and then you see someone talking to your girlfriend and you run like 50 miles an hour and you fucking smash them into the bar, that's something that I'm like, oh shit, I want to be able to do that one day. Or if you see someone like steal the grandma's purse and you can bench 500 pounds and you fucking knock him in the jaw and you dislocate his jaw and you help the grandma get her purse back, that's something I want to do. You know, that's something I would like to do one day. And because his training was so athletic based and he was such a technical and truth seeker, that's what's really attracted me towards him. And he started off, I believe, with a lot of West Side principles. And then of course he includes like all the OG shit, like starting strength, 5-3-1, all that stuff. But now I know that a lot of his online coaching and a lot of his training philosophies is based off of DUP, which is daily undulating periodization.
I find that for anything, for any hobby that you want to be dedicated to for a long time, that you want to succeed in for a long time, you need quite a good amount of time to commit to it. And that can't be something that you hate and dread going to the gym time and time again. You know, athletes can only stand doing competition squatting or even, you know, approach with more training variation for so long before they need change, they need variety, or they're going to quit the sport. And that happens with people of all ages. So we find especially that it's important to give athletes some flexibility, both in movement selection choice, even during a training phase, but especially in the deload as a chance to say, hey, you're a mature athlete, I trust you, go have some fun, play around, and then let's get back to the rigors of a competition prep later on. So it's about striking that balance in between giving you enough work during normal training approach to progress, and also sticking in that fun that you're continuously motivated to drive.
Because of his athletic training and his coaching, you know, a lot of times people are good athletes and a lot of times people are good coaches, and it's rare to find people that are both. And I enjoy speaking with those people because they're practitioners as well as instructors. So they kind of understand things from both angles, and because that's what I strive to achieve, being able to pick his brain really helps me understand a lot of the principles that he has. And I think life is all about learning, so even if someone trains differently than you, there is always something you can learn from that. Finding individuals that want to train the way that we train.
Once the first 100 die-hard members decided to get membership with us before the gym was even like conceived, like we knew we had a very unique, special idea.
But now Barbell Brigade has grown into this international brand. Like everywhere I go, there are serious strength athletes that come up to me and they're like, yo, wait, don't you own Barbell Brigade? Or, oh man, Barbell Brigade is dope, I gotta check it out when I'm in LA. Like everywhere I go, Arnold Classic, outside of California, Malaysia,